Hello and welcome to the H&M show, everybody. So glad everybody could make it. I am Michael, and look who I found over here. Look who I found.
I was lost, but now I'm found.
And she is, who are you? Everyone wants to know.
I forgot. Wait, what's it say? And I'm Heather.
You're supposed to read it. Okay, and I am Heather.
And I am Heather. All right. Enough. Each week we ask this very important question, Michael.
Yes.
What does H&M stand for?
Well, this week it stands for handling and mail. Can you kind of guess why?
Talking about mailboxes?
No, not mailboxes. Good try though. This week we're talking about labels, Avery labels online, and how it can help us and become a useful tool. Looks like my internet is stuttering. Give it a second. Okay.
You just go on with your bad self. I'll catch up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here. Looks like a little interruption. And I don't think the sound was bad though, right?
Oh, I have no idea. We'll find out. But it should be good now. I'm on the actual internet now. Not that other stuff I was on before. That was pretend internet. So, yeah, I'm very excited that we're going to be talking about Avery labels. That's awesome.
It is awesome.
I run, and I said this when I posted on Facebook, I run an internet business.
Mm-hmm.
People might not know that, but everything that I do is on the internet. And I didn't mean I run an internet business like
IBM or something, or
right. I don't run Microsoft. I don't. You might not have known that. I have to explain. So anyway, what I mean is I own and operate a business that really just operates online, and most of my tools are online, if not all of my tools are online. And so one of the things that's really important to me is not bogging down my computer with software and not having to fiddle too much with things. So if it's too complicated, forget about it. I don't care what it is. It could be, chocolate ice cream. If it's too complicated, I don't want it. So my point is,
I don't know about that. Okay.
I know. I chose something dumb to say there, but anyway, my point is, if it's not complicated, that helps, and if it's accessible online, then I'm going to use it. And Avery is one of those tools. It's pretty darn cool. You might be familiar with it. You might not. We're hoping tonight that we will introduce you if you've never heard from it before, and that you'll get to see it in action. We're going to talk about all the different ways that I use it and how it will hopefully help your business. And then, as usual, we invite the community in to come and hang out with us. And if they've got any questions at all, we'll walk them through all that stuff personally in the after show, right?
Yes, absolutely. And let me tell you, here's the thing, folks. Here's the deal. This is what's really cool is Heather introduced me this a long time ago. Like, Heather, I got to do this. I was having to do it at work. And like she said, we use Google Drive, so it's collaborative, all that kind of stuff. Anything I can put on the internet and not have to worry about being on my hard drive and that kind of thing, I feel exactly the way you do. But I said to her, I said, I need to do some labels. I need to do them. She says, why don't you just use Avery Online? I was like, okay. So she showed me how to do this and everything.
It didn't quite go like that.
Well,
it was more like, I've used that. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's true. You may be right. So, but what was so cool about that though is the fact that once I started using it, and it took, I mean, it's like anything. It takes a little bit to learn it, right? I mean, anything does. Once I learned it though, and I saw how cool it was, and what we're going to show you tonight, you'll see we're on Heather's account. You save stuff there, so you can reuse it and bring it back up and do some cool things like that. I made it was so funny. My brother, hey, look, dude, he's with our home association. He lives in the same neighborhood I do, and he said, I need some labels for all of our people because that's something you can do. I was like, yeah, give me the list and I'll knock it out. And the other thing is he needed return address labels. He said, well, I need some return. So I did little Christmas things on there, right on the label. And they were just so impressed and everything. They're like, wow. I said, yeah, well, it's going to
Like,
be,
all of a
it's going to
sudden
be,
you're a genius.
I know. Well, and I did say it's going to be like $750, but they
Right.
didn't
Well,
like
after you
that part.
printed them.
Yeah.
After you printed them.
Yeah. They didn't
Yeah,
even give me a
good
discount
marketing.
they didn't give me my discount on my homeowner's fees either. So I was hoping I'd at least get that, I was
You
just like, whatever.
you didn't do it right.
but it's fun. I mean, it's really kind of cool and it's really neat. And I was able to knock that out for him. So hopefully this will help somebody out there. That's what we try and do on this show. Every week or every time we have a show, not every week, every time we have a show though, we do it always Wednesdays, 8-ish o'clock, as it was tonight, 8-ish o'clock. And we try and help people out with some things that you're interested or you need. And we have a community, paid for community, that people come in and we try and do workshops and do those kind of things to help people out with certain things and stuff. So here we go. Let's get right at it. You ready to go? Maybe not.
I am.
Okay, good. All right.
I
Let's
don't know if
go.
my internet is. I'm on the real internet now, but it's still acting like the fake internet. So
Okay. Well,
hopefully it works.
yeah, no problem. Well, there we go. This is Avery, Avery.com. I logged into Heather's account. So from right here, you can see it has up here the little menus, the products, the custom printing and templates and et cetera and all that kind of stuff. Where are we going to go today, Heather?
Well, let's start right
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning. So when you get to Avery.com, that's what we're all talking about. You're welcome to play along if you've got the ability to do that while you watch the show here.
Oh,
Go
great
to
idea.
Avery.com.
Great idea. That's good.
Yeah, and when you get there, let me actually go incognito for just a second because I want to
Yeah.
see what it looks like. I'm doing this on my end. I know you guys won't see this, but
I'll switch over to this, but that's okay.
the only reason why I'm doing that is because I just want to see what happens when you get there. Same thing. Yep. Cool. All right. So when I always log in, okay? So this is the reason why I wanted to check it incognito is because I always log in because I save my projects, but
Mm-hmm.
you might not want to start by setting up an account. So just go ahead and click on products,
Okay.
and when you click on products, you should be presented with choices like labels, cards and tags, name tags, badges. There's so many things on here. Everything that Avery makes. You ever go to the Avery aisle at Staples? It's an
Yes.
aisle. They
I
got their
know.
own aisle,
I
okay?
know. I
So
know.
you have all the templates right here at your fingertips for everything that they make. If you've never used Avery before, your mind is going to be blown away at all the things that you can do, and then you can be the star of your HOA like Michael. So so
Yeah.
you want to make Christmas tags for grandma, Christmas labels for grandma, just like he did for his HOA. The only reason why I say this because that's what grandma made me do this Christmas. She's like, I need labels made, Heather.
Love it.
That's
Love
like
it.
your thing. So, but it's so easy. You just go in. Let's say you've created a spreadsheet with everybody's name and their address and all that information's in a spreadsheet. Okay, you've got your address book all ready to go. You just go over here to labels, and
Mm-hmm.
it's right under products, and you're just going to go ahead and click on products. Uh, what is it? Labels, address labels is to
Address
the
labels.
right.
Yep. Address labels.
Yeah,
Got it.
let's go to address labels.
All right. So we're there.
All right, and it has you choose which one are you gonna do. Oh,
Okay.
this is WePrint. Is that what it's on?
It's actually label. I guess this is for ordering products that you can order.
Yeah,
Maybe
is that what I
custom
meant to
printing.
do?
I don't know.
No, I meant to go to templates. Sorry.
There you go.
Cold
Templates. Find a
medicine
template.
is kicking in.
That's
Cold
all right.
medicine. Yep,
Find a
template.
template.
Sorry.
Find a template. There we go.
Yep.
All right. So
Address
address
shipping
and shipping
labels.
labels. There we go. Okay.
Very first one is 5160. That's it.
That's
Don't
it.
try to complicate things. Grab that first one.
So there he
Now,
goes.
you have two options. You can start a design, right? There's that big red button to start designing,
Mm-hmm.
or you can upload a design.
Mm-hmm.
Either one of these, you can use grandma's address mailing list. Either way, okay?
Okay. So I can just click
So
one.
let's start a design. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to know. So at this stage of the game, if you don't have an account with Avery, right now it's going to ask you to sign in or create an account, just so you know. So you do need to have an account to play along with us, but I promise once you set it up, you're probably going to use it. So,
Yeah, it's
um,
true.
all right,
And
that's what
I
I wanted to know. I wanted to know at what point it was going to ask you for a
and I
thing.
didn't at
So,
first. I did not do that at first. I really didn't. I said, nah, I don't know if I want to set up an account. So I just came in and used it. Then I was like, okay, yeah, I want to save the template or whatever. So it worked out. All right.
all right, so here you can start with a
Mm-hmm.
blank design. I'm waiting for my computer to catch up with
It's
me.
all right. It's all
But
good.
you can start with a blank design, or they've got some preloaded cutesy little things. You can go on the
Mm-hmm.
left there. It has all the different themes that you could choose. We're not going to go all into all that. This is for you to explore on your own. Basically, just I think is that first one it says choose this design if you haven't clipped around
I probably have,
anywhere.
but anyway, that's okay. I can go up to all designs. There it is. Select this
You know what I
design.
love about this?
Hmm.
Before you click on that, what I love about this right here
Mm-hmm.
is the label next to it is vertical.
Oh yeah.
You can make vertical labels. That's like super hot right now. Vertical business
Mm-hmm.
cards and
Mm-hmm.
vertical labels. You could be so different. Anyway, just
Of
thought
course
I'd
your
share that.
of course your labels are all messed up because they cut into the other label because you used the wrong ones. But no, I get it.
Well, because you didn't feed it into the computer
That's
or into the
the right
printer
way.
right. But that's operator error. I'm not in control of that. So, all right, so
So we're gonna
let's go
select this
ahead.
blank.
Well, do you think we should start with the blank one, or
I
do
don't
you
care.
want to start
I'll
with one
do
of the
whatever.
ready-made?
I don't care. I'll do
Well,
whatever.
what's
This is
going to make
awesome.
you look better at the HOA?
Well, what I did was I went down to Holidays, found one right away on these Christmas ones and stuff, and I said, okay, let's. Oh, I didn't know they
Let's
had a
do it.
Canada Day. Did you have Canada Day in?
What?
Yeah, did you have Canada Day in Montana when you lived
No, we
there?
didn't acknowledge Canada Day in
Okay,
Montana.
just checking, just checking. But see, I could put like these little wreaths or whatever, and select this
All right,
design.
that's what you need to choose. Yeah, do
Yeah.
that.
So on every
Oh,
label,
see,
it
and
puts
look at
that, right?
this is this is the best part. Okay, this is to me the best part of Avery labels.
Mm-hmm.
All you do at this point is merge your addresses and you're done. You don't have to make it look pretty. You
So
don't have to choose a
nice.
fancy font. You don't have to make sure it fits or
So
anything. It will
nice.
actually tell you if the addresses don't fit. It will tell
That's
you and
awesome.
it will say, "Would you like to fix it?" So cool. Anyway, so at this point you could merge, and I really wish I could see um, what it is. Let me see if I can see it on my end, how you get to it.
Well, the one thing that I like that's pretty cool too is I can make these all address labels, make them the same.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that I can do that too. I can change it and make it so hey, I want every one of these labels to be exactly the same. I don't
Mhm.
have to merge them. I don't have to bring them in.
Yeah. Well, so let's just say you're making your return address labels because
Yeah,
you
exactly. That's what I
stopped
mean.
giving, like, here you go. You stopped giving to the March of Dimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they stopped sending you the
Those
sheets
little
of free
labels,
labels.
or the
Okay,
yeah, or my
great.
dog, my wife with the dogs, the
Yes,
ASPCA,
exactly.
ASPCA.
Exactly. So
We get a
you stopped
calendar, labels,
donating.
we get all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
you stopped donating, so they stopped sending you the free labels. Now what are you gonna do?
That's
Okay?
right.
That's
That's right.
exactly what we're telling you right here. You
Mm-hmm.
can go in there, you can put in there Michael Daniels on a
Mm-hmm.
street
Mm-hmm.
in this state called South Carolina, and
Yeah.
the zip code so that the
Mm-hmm.
post office knows where it goes. And you can have these pretty little wreaths all on your labels, and it's ready to go. That's just genius. Isn't that
Yep.
genius?
Yep. Street Drive in.
Now, if you were going to import, do you want to do that or no? Because
I
I
don't
don't
have
have
anything
one
to
ready.
import right now. I don't have one either,
Yeah,
but here. But we can do that when we get in the community because I have some that I can pull up from the community because I have a Google Doc that I have CSV.
I like
In the
that.
community afterward, we'll do that for people that want to come in and see how that's actually done. And then here in South Carolina at
That's a
that
good idea.
address
And then
and
we're not showing addresses. We're
yeah,
not showing
exactly.
addresses on our
Yeah,
recorded video.
yeah. So anybody who wants to come in the community
Right.
afterward that is a member of the community, come on in and we'll go over this kind of stuff. So I got some
Yeah,
comments up there too.
we'll put the meeting link into the community as soon as we're done. So yeah, show us some comments.
Mark says, "Do I need a vertical printer?" And then look, Mark Bear
Oh,
says he just created a
well,
Heather account. Heather, there you go.
I love you, Mark. That's Mark with
Yep,
two K's, by the way.
yep.
Um, so Andrew says HOA equals Heather on Avery.
There you go.
I'm on something tonight. I don't know if it's Avery or not. But anyway, okay, so you don't need a vertical printer to print the vertical labels, but there is one thing that I did want to share, and I'm looking to
Hmm.
find out what it was because I missed. Okay. You had mentioned there was something else that I was going to talk about, and
Well, that you can
I
do
just
label all the labels on the same one, or you can make it where you can import them, or you can change something that.
yes. And then the other thing was saving labels. So let's
Oh
say
yeah.
you made you made this label and you want to make sure that you have it for next Christmas,
Oh, we could
or
probably get that
you
from
want
your
to be
account,
able,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. We could.
So
Okay.
basically, basically you want to go up to, I think you have to get out of this though. Let's
Okay,
see.
I can get
If
on
I go to
this.
open right now. Excuse me.
Let me go back open.
Okay. So, well, I'm kind of leery because I want to delete something here because I don't want anybody's
Okay.
address to be up on screen. I
Nah,
just
I don't want you to
realized.
do
Okay.
that either.
All right. I think we'll be good to go now. So if you were to click on the open up
Mm-hmm.
there in the right, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
click
Save
open.
design. No, we don't need to save it. Okay, so we go to open, and I can open one of these that you already have pre-made, right? Oh, I like that business card, full front six. I like that print
Yeah,
label,
so I wanted to show
ATC.
some of the different things we could, but we'll talk about that in a
Cool.
second. So notice how I have the same three label sizes. You see the same
Mm-hmm.
three label styles right there.
Mm-hmm.
They're all 5160 labels like what you chose.
Mm-hmm.
And I use them for different things. And like I print my website on it twice, and now I have two labels on one sheet. Two
Oh,
labels on one
nice.
label that I can cut in half. And now I've just used,
Yeah.
instead of 30, it's actually 60 printed off of there.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
think smarter, not harder, right? And
Right.
then though the next two labels are the labels that I put on the back of my art prints. So I'm able to use an address label for more than just addresses is what I was trying to get at. And then the
Nice.
next one you already mentioned was the business card full front.
Mm-hmm.
That I print that on cardstock. I don't even use labels. Print it on cardstock and cut it out, and now I have my own business cards, and they're
Wow.
squares,
Really? Are you
a little bit
serious?
different.
That's
Totally
crazy.
serious.
That's crazy.
So go ahead and click on the second one down, the
Second
ATC
one.
label.
And do I hit
Yeah,
open or apply or
you hit
delete?
you hit open.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Oh, look at that. Hugs and kisses. How appropriate is that? Awesome.
All right, so um, I'm sort of waiting for my internet to catch up with me.
It's all right. No worries. No, this is good though. This is great to show that you can pull up. If you, what I like is you can save it. So if you need it again, you can go get it right away.
Yeah, so my whole purpose of showing you that I had made these labels that I put on my artwork is that,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say, I mean, not that this has ever happened to me, but let's just pretend for a second that you forgot to print something and now you're like stuck and you're at the Staples and you realize they can print and you can actually access this
Oh, wow. And have them.
from another computer and have
Nice.
them print it.
Nice.
And you could have so I got my prints made at Staples. Oh dear, these need to go in the mail, but I don't have my labels. But you know what I do have? I have my Avery label account and I go in there and voila, they print them for me. I've got labels done. It's like having a virtual assistant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, Mark has a question for us.
All right, let's pull that right up on their commenting here. Let's go to Mark. He says, question, can I design and create my labels? And is there a chain like Staples or Target, etc., where I can pay to have them printed, etc., and pick them up? Or can I have Avery ship them to me? That's one
The
of the
answer,
choices. Oh, go ahead.
no, I
All
was
the
just going to
above.
say the answer is yes.
All the above. Yeah, because it actually gives you a choice. Once you're done with this label and you're done with the whole thing, the whole project, at the end, you have a choice to save it as a PDF file and print it yourself, or you can have them do it. Avery will do it
Yeah.
for you.
Well, let's go ahead and do that. So go
Okay.
ahead. We're ready. We
We
want to
go
print a
to,
whole sheet of these. Let's go
all
check
right,
it
let me
out.
go back over here. All right, so we want to go and we
I
want to
don't
hit,
even know what the whole sheet looks like, by the way. It could hopefully be all of this, what we're looking at.
I
I
think
hope.
it is, but I think it is. There you go. Looks like it is. Yep. Oh, some of them's love, some of them's hugs and kisses.
Yeah, just ignore that. Okay, so
Okay.
now we're going to go over to one of the green buttons say stuff. What do they
Yeah,
say?
it does. It says print it yourself or let us print for you. Right there, two big green buttons on the right hand side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there it is. It has it.
So here's the thing. When you print for yourself, go ahead and click print for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have a PDF file that you can. Oh, you're not there yet, right?
Oh, print now. You want me to print now?
Yeah, I think
Print now.
so.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, so it starts here at this like warning. Make sure. What does it say? I can't
It
read the
says
screen.
your
So
design is ready to print. A printable PDF file has been created. Never select fit to page in your printer settings. And then you can download download the PDF or open the PDF. So you can do one or the other.
okay, so this is where if you download the PDF, I did
Mm-hmm.
this on my phone. I'm not even kidding you. So
Mm-hmm.
Mark, this is for you. I am
And then
standing
emailed
in
it to them.
Staples. I am standing in Staples in front of the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I am getting all this far on my phone. I click the
Mm-hmm.
download PDF and I emailed that to him. He gets it. He prints it right there for me.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah. It was a
That's great.
life-saving moment. I mean, assuming that something like that could ever happen to you. So at this point, you could open the PDF or you could print, right?
Yeah. Which you
Yep.
want me? You want me to just open it?
You don't need no, you don't need to
Oh, I can
print
exit
it.
out,
I just
but I
wanted you to
could.
see
Yeah.
I just wanted them to see it.
Yeah. So you have a
And
choice in how you can do it, and you can always go back to a certain step if you miss something, or you want to change the design, or you don't like it, or something like
it's so
that.
simple.
Yeah. You align things and paste and copy. You can take things like this, and I can move things.
Move it around.
Yeah. It's basically I can move it wherever I want to. It's really like an editor that you can just change, and
Well, and
I can
you
rotate.
notice
I can rotate
I
it. I
imported
can.
my logo. I imported my logo, so
Yes.
all my own printed items. I mean, it's not like I had to go to some fancy
I could actually put a picture of me on there and everybody say, what in the heck was that bald guy doing on your stamps that you sent out or
you,
your labels that you sent
you could
out?
you could do that. That's right.
No, it's so cool though. No, that's what's really cool about this though. That's what's really a neat thing that it does.
Yeah.
It gives you that opportunity to see that and show that and everything else. I don't
Well,
know.
and for somebody like me who does like I said, we're traveling, we're moving around all the time. I
Mm-hmm.
need to be able to just get stuff done. I'm not going to be carrying around an office in my motorhome, okay? Let's just be real about
No,
it. I
no.
Everything I have is portable and everything I have is simple. I can go to the public library and
Mm-hmm.
I can pay astronomical prices to have it
Mm-hmm.
printed out there too. So just think about it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And I'm going to tell you, hey, folks, I'm going to tell you out there too. I just want to bring this up because if you guys have, I thought this was so useful to a lot of our people that are out there and helpful because it's something different. You know, it's something online that a lot of people didn't even know about. I think everybody, maybe not everybody, I think everybody knows about labels and mailing labels and that kind of thing. They may not do them themselves or they might, pay somebody to do it. But I'm going to tell you, I kind of felt the same way for a long time, but I really think this is very helpful. And I think a lot of people appreciate would appreciate it and do their own labels if they knew that they could. I know the other thing I was going to tell you too, and you may correct me on this. I don't know, Heather, but those labels where you put the two labels on one, you could actually get labels that size and do them individual. I mean, you could just buy those labels, right? You,
Yes,
yeah,
there are
because you have to cut
labels
those in
that are
half.
available in that size.
Yeah, because you have to
You
cut
don't
those in
have
half, and you wouldn't have
well,
to, right?
I'll tell you because one thing I didn't mention before is that I'm also cheap. So what I do is I buy those 5160. I buy those in bulk. So I have a bazillion 5160 labels. So I'm always
Oh, I
trying to
see.
figure out ways to use the 5160
Yeah, you know
labels.
what?
So
Me too. I usually get the 250 pack, so we've got like
oh,
boxes of them. We got boxes of them. You got more than that, huh?
yeah. Is I think it's 1,000.
Wow, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
sweet.
well, I buy labels like once a year, once every 2 years, something like that. Yeah,
And you
I'm
get a
cheap,
great
man.
price, but you get a
I'm
great
cheap.
price doing it that way, though. Yeah, you get a great
Yeah.
price doing it that way, which is really cool. So I mean, that is good. That's good stuff. I love that. That's very awesome. Good job on that too. All right, what else? Do we want to show them anything else, or are we good on that, or how do you want to go here? I'll do whatever you
Well, I
want.
thought there was you'll do whatever I want.
Well, I
Hmm.
mean, once every 2 months you come on the show. No, I'm kidding. Oh, that was bad. That was
Oh, that
bad.
was funny is what that was. Okay, so there was one other thing. Do you remember what it was?
I don't. I truly don't
No.
remember. I mean,
No.
I do remember you talking about it, but I don't
Me
remember
too.
what it is. But
We should really take notes like before like put them somewhere and then like have notes that we follow. We should try that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done this show. I can't be held responsible.
I want to
So,
do. I tell you what I want to do. I want to do what Andrew said. Andrew said that I could with that wreath one. I could
mhm.
actually add a picture. He said this in the comments. He said I could add a picture in the middle of the wreath, so my picture was in the wreath.
Oh my gosh. And with your pixeler skills,
There you go.
you could
That's
have
true.
yourself coming out of the wreath being all
There we go.
there
See, I
isn't
can add an
there's an app
image.
for that. It's called Keep.
Browse for a file. Let me go. We could put our logo in here. How about that? We could put the Avery label in here. Open that. Put that in there. It's going to be way too big, probably. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I can take that Avery label and I can put us inside the wreath. I probably need to put it behind, though. Yep, so I need to
Telling
move
you
that
pixeler
back.
skills need to come out for that.
Yeah, arrange. So we want to arrange that. Probably send back, send forward. There you go. So now it'd be on top, right? I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that. Yeah, there it is. So now we're back behind there. So there you go. This is
Beautiful.
this is
Beautiful.
fun. This is fun. Yeah. So if I pick that, choose
Beautiful.
that.
Okay, so there was something that's up on the top. Oh, you were talking about moving through the tabs. So
Oh yeah.
I'm remembering what I wanted to talk about. How easy it
Okay,
is
I'm
to
busy. I'm
use.
busy
So if you
messing this
wanted to
up.
upload,
I'm busy
no, you're
messing
doing
this
good.
up.
You keep doing it. So like you said, you uploaded an image just like that. I mean, it was super simple, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
very
Yep.
user friendly. It's got
Mm-hmm.
tabs for the steps up there, and
Mm-hmm.
then all the big buttons to tell you what to push to go to the next step. So
Mm-hmm.
I really think that Avery, and I've been with Avery, um, I want to say probably since 2012, I've been using Avery.com. And boy, have they come a long way, baby.
I bet. I bet.
because because when I first started using it, it was worse than going to the post office. It was painful. But they have improved, and every time they make a change, it's always for the better. And they don't make the changes lightly, and it's a very interactive,
Hmm.
uh, platform that you can actually make those labels on. So I give it, like, if I was scoring this out of all the apps that I use, apps and tools I use, um, I would score this at probably, a 10 or a 9.999 or something like that,
Nice.
because
That's awesome.
it's practically the only thing that would make it a 10, it's a 9.999. What would make it a 10 is if if it just knew what I needed done and did it instead of making me push buttons.
That's right.
But,
If you could
whatever.
somehow like pay or have somebody have somehow have it where, yeah,
No,
exactly.
no, it still
Okay.
have to be free. Oh, I
That's
forgot that part.
yeah, it
It's
is free.
free, people.
I know,
It's
isn't that
free.
cool?
What more can we get?
Isn't that just
I
awesome?
just love these awesome audience members. Scott joined us in progress, so I'm just so
Mm-hmm.
glad he's here.
Yeah, I have
But
it up on screen. So
Lolan was back with me on the Avery days because she says she remembers the pain and she
okay,
hasn't been
so
back.
Geeks on Tour asked me to resize the wreath, and that's what I did. I made it bigger so that way I could get the, you can change it so it's bigger and you can have that. There you go.
Now, do you notice how when you go, like, you've made the image too big for the label? Do you
Yeah.
see how it's like
Yeah,
warning
it's
you?
coming off the
It's
screen. Yeah.
genius.
Yeah, the
It's
red. It
genius.
says it's outside the lines. It's not going to print on each
Oh,
one.
oh, I just remembered, and Geeks on Tour just brought it up, and it was brought
Okay.
up earlier in the comments too. This is what I was going to tell you. The best part, if you are a Google Docs user, there
Okay.
is an add-on, so that way you
Nice.
can actually use Google Docs, spreadsheets, whatever,
Nice.
and use the add-on and actually just go from your sheet to Avery.
Nice.
I
And
know.
and you can save any file in Google Docs in your contacts or anything and change it to a CSV file, and that's all you need. A CSV file is how you import it, and it's so
Yeah.
simple.
Have
So
you used the
simple.
add-ons? Have you used the add-ons?
Yeah, I have actually in the past, but you know what? This was a long time ago when I used it, and it was not good.
I
It
was
was
just going to
not
tell you.
good.
I was just
Yeah,
going to tell you. I used it when it first came out, and I said that will never happen again.
yeah.
But I have used it recently, and it was a much smoother process. I think
Hmm.
obviously it still needs some tweaking, but
Yeah,
um, I prefer to go through Avery.com and
yeah.
import from there, like you say, with the CSV.
I
But I
agree.
think it's working its way to being in such an integratable product that
Hmm.
you very soon will just, I mean, if you started that way, it probably wouldn't even know any difference. So just go do
No,
it.
that's true. Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to start it, probably. I mean, if you start it from right there, then you just go and
Yeah.
then go from that point. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
so some of you, I saw some of the comments too. Cousin Russ said use Trello. Andrew says use Keep. We do, and we
Yeah, we
just
do.
don't
I
read
was
it. We just
totally,
don't read
yes.
it. We just
Yeah,
don't
you
read
actually,
it.
well, I guess the terminology would be that we have the tools and they're even sitting right in front of us. However, we're not using
Yes,
them. And
that's
by
right.
we, I mean me, of course, but whatever.
Well, and then Andrew brings up a point here. Yes, I have better lately, but was unusable 2 years ago. I kind of agree with that. That's kind of the way
Mhm.
I felt. I
Mhm.
felt that same way. I just felt like, I don't know. I just felt like, okay, this is too tough. I don't know that I could do this. I don't know that it was cumbersome. How am I going to get it to print? Or am I sure it's going to be able to print? Those kind of
Well, and who
things.
wants to waste their labels? I mean, I buy those things in bulk, but that doesn't mean I want to waste them.
No, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So,
Oh, here's a tip. You
hmm,
want a pro tip? You ready?
sure. Yeah.
Pro tip, when you're printing labels,
Hmm.
print on on a sheet of paper
Hmm.
and then line it up with
Hmm.
your label sheet, and then look through a window, like let the light from a window or
Hmm.
skylight or whatever shine through to the back and check the lines to make sure everything lines up.
I do
You
the
don't really
exact
need
same
to
thing.
do that, honestly, because Avery.com
They
tells
really
you
do.
this will not fit.
They really do. And
But I'm
and
just saying
and if
that's
you
a
remember, I'll go back to it again, but when we went to print, if you remember, it even told us.
it yells at you. It
It yeah,
gives you the ugly message.
it does. It gives you the ugly message and says, "Oh, I don't want to say. Hold on. No. Okay, so right here it says never select fit to page. Fit
Never.
to page, because fit to page, what it does is it automatically shrinks it down so it fits to page. Well, let it go off the edges. It might not get all your labels on there or your address, but you can edit those. One thing that's nice, and that's what she was talking about, print on a piece of paper, you can find out if it's going to be outside the edges. And if it is, you can go back and adjust.
But
That's the
you know
beauty
what?
of it. What's that?
This is really cool because if you look over where
On the
am I?
right?
Okay, over there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whatever. Way in the corner up there where it's
Uh-huh.
yellow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all of those little
You can do
thingies,
them
I can't really
individually.
tell. Those are all the labels on the sheet.
Yep.
And
The label that
if
was
you
off.
type if you type on one of the labels,
Right.
like I think you have it on all or
Yeah. I
yeah,
think I
if you
do.
go to one,
Edit one. Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm
Okay,
editing one.
now I want you to type in this box.
Yeah, so it's just ridiculous the number of characters or
Go
something.
crazy. Get it
Yeah,
all
just like
over the place.
right.
Make it
Oh, it's
nuts.
not
You know
gonna
what
go.
you're gonna have to do?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to go
Keep
outside.
on typing. You're
I
just
can
gonna
go
have
right
to
out here though. I
yeah,
can go.
there it goes.
Yeah,
Make it abusive.
yeah. There we go.
Abuse the borders.
There you go. So now I'm outside. See the safety area, the red. It turned red and everything,
Oh
and now I'm
dear.
outside the
Oh dear.
area.
We've gone out the safety borders.
Yep.
Okay. But what it will tell you over there is it will have like an exclamation point with like a yellow
Yeah.
warning signal.
Mm-hmm. It says it right here. Safety area with a question mark. Like, oh my
But
God, what are you
on the
gonna do?
label itself, it tells you.
Right. Yeah. Over here. You're right.
Yep.
So
So
if I come
it
off of
basically
that,
will not let you, I mean, you can still print and screw up your label if you want to,
yeah, yeah.
but
But it's
it
got.
will warn
Mm-hmm.
you so much in the process that it's totally your fault if you
Mm-hmm.
do mess it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
The other thing is too, I think when this happens the most, when you get older, like me,
mm,
it gets harder to see. So you want to make your labels or your text bigger. So when you change the font to a larger size, that's when I find where I have issues. I don't know about you, but that's usually when I have the problems.
you know when I have the most problem is when I'm mailing to Canadians.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because for some reason all their city names and everything is
run
all
off the
so
board.
long. It runs off. That's what I've noticed. Yep. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah.
But
All right.
anyway, so that's
Mm,
pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I think we've covered the basics. That's all I was trying to get to. I don't know if we actually brought you any value. It would be
never
nice if
got
you
to
let us
that.
know if we actually brought some
Yes,
value with this, but
yes. There you
I
go.
hope it was a good one. But we'll help the community a little bit more in
Yeah.
depth
Yeah, if you
with
guys have any more questions with it or anything, we'll answer your questions inside the
yep.
after show. We'll bring you in the
Yeah.
after show and talk to you a little bit about it. Let me go to I'm gonna do a quick shout out. Is that cool?
Oh, I love this idea. Do I have to pay attention right now?
No, not at all. You can go
All right. Good.
cough or
I
whatever
need
you
to
need to.
yeah,
There you
let's
go. Okay. Alrighty then. A quick shout out. The shout out for me this week is I want to shout out to community members. I just want you all to know that I appreciate. We started this about 6 months ago, and I know Heather feels the same way. I think it's really important that you guys and you folks give us the things that we want to present a lot of times, and I think that's important to build that good community. And we have a great community, so I just want to make sure that we're able to provide for you and help for you guys as much as we can. I try and bring in top contributors. You can see some of them actually participated. Geeks on Tours here tonight with her amazing skills at doing photos. I wanted to shout out to all of you community members, though. We do appreciate it. Your $10 a month for joining our community. Hopefully you get something out of that. That's the way I feel, and hopefully Heather feels the same
Agreed.
way.
100%.
And you
You
can
said
add
all
whatever
the
you want.
words that I was able to choke on. Thank you.
Understood, understood. All right, real quick, we're going to do some tech news and then we will head on out of here, okay? And Heather will be putting the link into the community, the description below, and all that kind of stuff. You can find out more about joining the community if you're interested in doing that. Anybody that's here. Tech news. This is crazy stuff this week. AR. I don't know if you know what that is. Do you know what that stands for, Heather?
Alternate reality?
Very close. Augmented reality.
Augmented. I knew
Augmented
that.
reality.
I really did.
One of the coolest things, is the augmented reality, and I know that I can switch to me, so that way you don't have to worry about it. So it's really cool. I did it with my if you have, I think it's Oreo 8.1 you have to have, and if you do, you have the ability to do augmented reality. So anytime you go to your camera, you can choose up in this settings and you go to augmented reality. It gives you a chance to add Star Wars characters and all kinds of stuff. I had a whole bunch of fun and did some stuff. Go ahead.
Hey, so we recently on the Craft It Live show yesterday, I talked about Stranger Things. This is the painting I was
Yeah.
doing. I mentioned Stranger Things.
Yeah.
There's a Stranger Things AR
Absolutely.
sticker pack. Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh.
So you can do that as well.
11
Absolutely.
gets mad at what is that thing called? Oh, I forgot what it's called. But anyway, gets mad at it, chokes it, and throws it down. It's hilarious. Anyway, it's very cool stuff. I
Yeah.
have a video. I should share the video in the
We
community.
should. We'll do
I will
that.
try and
We'll
share
do
the
that. That'd be cool
videos.
because
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun
So
too.
you
It makes it more interesting for
so
sure.
is it available on anything other than the Pixels?
Android 8.0, as long as, I mean 8.1, as long as you can download Android 8.1, it's available to that because it's part of
Okay.
Oreo. It's part of the Oreo package or whatever.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I've been telling everyone it's because I have a Pixel and you don't, but whatever, it's the same thing.
That
So,
sounds a lot cooler and better.
yeah, I know.
Only other thing I have in tech news, I thought this was really, really cool. I think, but I don't know. Pet cubes. Okay, new update. It's called Pet Cubes. New update allows your pet to call you. I'm serious, folks. You got to read up on that little story. It's so freaking funny. You need to go check it out. Go look at that. Go look it up. It's called Pet Cubes. The new update allows you that now's your pet to call you. So I thought that was a pretty cool article when I read about
Have
it
you
and
gotten
stuff.
a phone call from Sophie
I
or
am
from
not.
Barkley?
I have not done it yet
No?
or anything.
Because I'm thinking
I don't have Pet
if you're
Cube.
gone and they're like, okay, Google, call Dad.
I can barely afford a phone for myself. I'm certainly not going to get Sophie a smartphone.
You're not going to get Sophie a phone?
No, I'm
I thought
not.
you loved her.
I do love her, but it's just not going to happen. Folks, thank you very much. We appreciate you guys. It's about 8:48
Hey,
right
hey.
now. What? Eastern time.
What
Yes,
about
go
next
ahead.
week?
Oh,
What
next
about
week. Yes. Some people in the community actually asked. So next week, I don't have a sneak peek. I don't have a
That's
thing
fine.
for
You
it, but
don't
that's
have
right.
to
I
have
haven't got it.
a fancy,
A fancy dancy little thing or
swirly,
whatever. But
fancy thing. You don't have to. Let's
next
just talk
week,
about it.
we're gonna go ahead and talk about OBS. Some of the people in the community have asked me to, hey, I need some help with this. So we're gonna do OBS, and then the after party we'll talk about some more stuff on OBS, and we'll probably do a workshop this month. This year,
On
something
OBS.
on OBS. So I'm gonna try and coordinate
Sometime this
everything.
year. That's
Good.
good. Sometime this year.
One of our community members, Andrew Hatchett, is doing a very detailed log, whatever. What is it? Help me out
It's
here.
Yeah, it is OBS study group.
Study
It
group,
is
study guide. Yes,
intense.
thank you.
It's intense because it takes you step by step. There's what do you call that? A syllabus, so you know
Yes,
exactly what you're going through. There's
awesome.
video. He puts links to the videos to watch
Yeah.
and the study guide, and then the best part, and this part I'm really been sad because I've missed it, is the Q&A where you get together
Mm-hmm.
live. It's a true study group. You get together live with everybody who's also doing the study group,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can actually discuss all that stuff. But if you want to see what OBS is and get a quick overview of OBS and how we use it, then
Yeah.
tune in next week and you'll see it there, and we'll
Yep.
talk about some of that stuff, and then we'll go deeper into it afterwards. So those are like two totally separate things. Andrew's got the study group that
Mm-hmm.
helps you learn it. We will be talking about it and how we use it next week. Gonna be
Yeah.
cool. And then the
Absolutely.
workshop.
Yep. Community members, be ready for the post from Heather. She's going to put it in the community so you guys can come on in with us. And
All right. Do I have to pay attention now? Because
no,
I
not at
can't
all.
do
You go
anything
go do
once
your
a day.
thing. I just wanted to
All
thank
right. Thanks.
everybody.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you, Heather. And so I'll start the closing credits here in just a second. Thanks again, everybody, for showing up tonight. We had a pretty heavy crowd out there, and I really do appreciate it. We appreciate all the comments and stuff. If we did not get to your comments tonight, we'll make sure that we have the comments and we can put them out next week for an
Yeah. If you got questions, that's
AM.
how we make these episodes happen. So
Exactly.
bring in your questions and oh, I got to pay attention now.
That's
Bring in
all
your
right.
questions with the comments below. If you're watching this in replay, we would really appreciate it if you'd let us know that you're watching, and then gladly bring your questions onto the show next week. We actually have like an A and Q segment.
Mm-hmm.
We never have any asks to go
That's true.
queried, so
That's
maybe
true.
maybe we will now that we've asked
All right.
for asks.
Thanks, folks.